So let's talk about the game between Benfica and Real Madrid yesterday. Not the incident that's, everything that happened during the game, but let's talk about football. Let's talk about how both teams played and which team was better. So when the game started, I was just trying to understand the formation from Benfica and the one from Real Madrid. And one thing I observed from that game was that both teams, I think their approach seems to be the same thing. When they attack, it seems they are using the same style to attack and the same style to defend. When Real Madrid are with the ball, I'm always seeing the same formation from Benfica. And when Benfica are with the ball, I'm seeing the same formation from Real Madrid. So that is to show you how tactical that game was, how both teams are just trying to find a weakness in the other team. It was not easy to break down the Benfica formation. Formation will be saying that Jose Mourinho set up. So it was very difficult for Real Madrid yesterday. But the difference in that game was Vinicius Junior. That is why it's very, very impossible. It's very rare for you to see just any team win the Champions League. The reason why you see Real Madrid win multiple Champions League and then you see some other teams, they have none. Is this same difference we saw yesterday? The difference was Vinicius Junior in that game. Individual brilliance. Not be every team get that kind of player who be say dem fit decide the outcome of a game. Vinicius Junior made the difference. Just look at that goal. Not big goal where any other person fit score. Not every football players can score that kind of goal. So every top teams, before you can be considered as a top team, you must have top players. If Benfica have a top player in their squad yesterday, you might be mentioning the players they have, but they don't have that top player in the level that both Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are operating. They don't have that kind of player in the squad. So the difference between both teams yesterday was the top players in the squad. Just imagine that goal. Not be everybody fit score am. So the difference was the top player. Though Benfica they managed the game well before the Vinicius Junior goal, and then before the tension that follows. And Vinicius Junior, this guy, I think he thrives more when there's drama. So he enjoys dramas. He just know how to use dramas to his own advantage. But overall, I can say Benfica managed the game well. And if they could have controlled their emotion after that Vinicius Junior goal, maybe they would have maybe they would have scored a goal to equalize. But the incidents after the goal affected the game too. Everything just dropped, and after the whole situation was brought to calm, Real Madrid now took that advantage and they controlled the game and made sure they secure the win. But the point is, every team, every top teams need top players. Sometimes when you work together as a team, the results might not be coming. You just need that one player that will make the difference. And that was what Vinicius Junior did yesterday. So before you just predict just any team to win the Champions League, you also need to consider that to win the Champions League, you need top players in your team. And that's why you see Real Madrid dominates this competition. You understand? So the second leg is still going to be an interesting one. I think maybe more than the one we experienced last night. But if you ask me, I would say Benfica did not have a bad game last night. They tried, but the difference was Vinicius Junior.